Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So today I want to talk about two video clips that I came across on TikTok because in today's society we see a lot of people getting into relationships just so they can have some help. A lot of people need financial help and they're getting to relationships so they have somebody else to help them pay bills, have somebody else income coming in to contribute to the household, and people just simply aren't getting, people aren't looking for love anymore. They looking for a wallet. They looking for some financial assistance. So I want to get into these two video clips and then we're going to come back and talk about them, or rather we'll talk about one and then talk about that one and then I'll play the next one and we'll talk about it. All right.
Move in together.
Yeah, I don't know. It sounded like we was trying to get me to move in there and pay some rent or something.
I don't need you to pay my rent.
I got
And
my own
and,
stuff
and what's
to
wrong
handle.
with paying my rent?
I got my own stuff to handle right now. You're not my wife. I just told you. I'm not paying no bills for nobody that ain't my wife.
Did I ask you to pay any bills? You get all offensive. I didn't even ask you to do that. I was just asking, what do you think about us doing these things in the future?
You ain't gotta ask me to do nothing. The next thing you know, I'm in your house and I ain't paying no bills. I ain't got time for that.
So what are we doing together if you're not working towards
I mean,
a future? What are we doing? Are we wasting time?
nah, we just working towards it. You know, everything one step at a time. Just not on your time. That's all. You know.
But can you give me a timeline? 6 months from now, a year from now?
I could say 6 months, I could say a year, and it just might not work in those time frames. That's why the best answer I got is when the time is right, because that's when it's the right time.
Yeah, you sound like a broken record because you can't even define when the time is right.
Yeah, because it's just gonna happen. Those type of things just happen. I don't know. We don't put a time frame on that. I really don't got time for that right now. You know, I want to do me. I don't got time for nobody being on my bag.
So if y'all see me looking down, it's because I'm reading notes, because I had to write some notes on this because sometimes when I'm just talking and I don't have like key points that I want to talk about, sometimes I'll miss stuff. So if you see me looking down, I'm just looking at notes that I wrote down so I can talk about everything that I want to talk about. So the first clip that y'all just seen, she's asking him like, what are we doing with our relationship? And he's just like, sounds like you want me to move in so I could pay some bills or something. Which is funny because I mean that's technically like that's what she was alluding to. Like she wants somebody to move in so that she can get somebody to help her with her bills. Even though, yeah, she was like, well, I didn't ask you to pay bills, okay, but at the end of the day, ma'am, you know good and well if a man is living with you that at some point in time you're going to want him to contribute to the bills. Like no woman is wanting a man to just live up off of them and not pay nothing. So let's just get that straight. Like she kind of was trying to gently allude to that, although she tried to gaslight him to make it seem like, oh, I wasn't talking about that. I didn't say you had to do this and that. And he's like, yeah, okay, but that's what it's going to lead to. And he wasn't going for it. And I don't blame him, to be honest. So I don't get it. Like, why do we be trying to force these types of situations to be more than what it is? Like, why do you have to move in with somebody to be in like when y'all are in a relationship? Why can't you just date and get to know each other? And like he said, I'm not paying nobody bills until I'm married. Unless you're my wife, I'm not paying your bills. Which I agree with him. Like, if we're not in a committed relationship, we're married, there's no reason for you to be paying my bills. There's no reason for you to be like, for me to expect you to pay my bills. Like, if a man do something for me personally, that's because he wants to do it. It's not because I'm requiring him to do it to try to prove to me that, oh, you really like me because you gave me money to pay a bill. Like, that's crazy to me. Like, you should be able to sustain yourself on your own, because that's the whole reason why you're, getting to know this person. You shouldn't, like, if you remove the whole money aspect, you can actually get to know somebody. So I agree with him on that stance. And he was letting it be known, that he moved on his own time. You know, he didn't care really what she wanted. And to me, when he said it like that, it was just like, he really ain't fooling with you like that. Like, to me, if a dude is like, oh, I move on my time, I don't move on your time, it's like he really ain't in no rush, which is fine. I get it. You probably don't really look at her like that. And that's what a lot of women fail to realize and understand about men is when they say stuff like that, they probably really ain't checking for you like that. They're not as serious about you because, if he was serious, he wouldn't have said it like that in that capacity. So that lets me know that she's trying to like force his hand, and she's probably done this in the past to where she's trying to push him to do something that he really doesn't want to do. And so he's letting it be known like, we move on my time, we don't move on your time. And, to me, that just signals like, okay, he really ain't fooling with you like that. Like, it's time to, kind of take a step back and go on about your business until he figure it out, which I'm not even saying wait on him. Like, do your own thing and let him do his own thing. Let him find somebody who's willing to wait for him. So, and then too, like his attitude is very nonchalant, just like on his phone, scrolling on his phone. It was funny, like, don't get me wrong, I laughed because just his response was just very, just like, it is what it is, and I don't care what you think. But this is the type of these are the type of men that women be getting into relationships with, and then they complain and get mad, and it's like, ma'am, you don't have to put up with that. You're choosing to deal with that. This is a choice at this point because he's telling you straight up what it is and what it ain't, and you're still deciding to be in that situation with him. So, I don't know. And then I said something else too, like on TikTok, I was talking about how a lot of women complain about, when men are this, men are that, they're manipulative, they're liars. And at the same time, it's like, these are the same type of women that complain and talk about how they don't need a man, how, they not doing nothing for no man, they not changing for no man. And that's the reason why these men act the way they act, because women think that they don't need a man, and they don't, that basically men are beneath them, and that they can just boss men around, that men are dumb. And I just think that's a terrible narrative to have. Like, that's a terrible mindset to have, thinking that another human is beneath you just because they think differently than you and they behave differently than you. That's the whole reason why that makes them unique. They're different from us, that's why we attract. So, but we're going to get into this other clip as well, because this one was even funnier. So, be back.
Can you turn that down? Because I got the camera on and I want to talk to you about some stuff, please.
Hurry up, because this is a good show.
Okay, well, can we talk about how are the bills going to be paid? Because
she was paying them.
No, I literally have to do school shopping, and I literally been paying the rent, the electricity bill, the gas, water, trash, car insurance, cell phone bills, and all that. I cannot take on that load this month because I need to go school shopping.
Okay, I can help you. You want me to help you?
Yeah.
All right, let's move to she got money.
No, please.
You don't want help. Don't ask for my help, and when I give it to you the way I know.
But you're working. Why can't we split everything half and half?
Me, you, her going on that cruise.
I don't want to talk about that. Let's talk about how the bills are about to be due tomorrow, and I can't pay them on my own. So if I can't pay all the bills on my own, then what's going to happen?
Then she's going to come in.
No, I'm telling you that's not going to happen.
Then we're going to be homeless. If you want to be homeless because somebody else want to help us out, that's on you.
So you're going to allow us to get kicked out because you don't want to help with the bills? That don't make no sense.
No, we're getting kicked out because I have somebody else that can help with the bills, but you don't want to do it.
Yeah, but what are you doing with your money?
Don't question me.
That's wild. You're sitting here want to put the whole load on me, knowing school shopping's coming up. You help this lady with her kids' stuff, but you're not willing to help me?
I'm not. And you know what she's willing to do? Pay our rent.
I don't care. I don't want no other in my house. What part of that don't you get?
You don't want help. Beggars can't be choosers.
For one, I'm not begging. For one, you literally...
You is begging. You over here me.
Yeah, because you need to carry your weight.
begging. And you know what?
I've been paying all the bills for the last 7 months, and you haven't been helping.
Okay, and I got this lady that's gonna come in and move in.
Yeah, but
and
I don't
pay
want
the
her.
bills.
I don't want another woman in my house. What part of that
If
don't you
asking
understand?
for help, don't get
So
mad
you're
how people want to
so
help you.
so you're gonna allow this to happen to your family?
Man, you got you a TP.
I'm a TP. What's that?
Tender.
You're weird. I'm getting off.
Did y'all hear the disrespect? I mean, to suggest another woman move in to help pay bills is the wildest thing I've ever heard, because what? Like the audacity of him. And to be so like, hurry up, like say what you gotta say, hurry up, because I'm watching my show. Like, I don't understand. Why do women be dealing with this? And she's sitting there like, oh, I need help. And he's just like, well, take it or leave it. This is the help that I'm suggesting. If you don't want it, then beggars can't be choosers. Oh man, I'm sorry, but this is the men that are in this society. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't believe that all men are like this, but the men that majority of these women are picking and choosing is like this. This is the mindset that they have. And it's just crazy to me, because it's like they be posting this stuff trying to expose the man, but it's really exposing the woman, because it's like, why are you dealing with that? What type of woman are you to want to entertain this type of man that's going to talk to you and disrespect you like that has no consideration, respect, or he doesn't even hold you to no type of high value or nothing. Like, he doesn't see you in no form of fashion. Like, he just just does not care about what you think or say. And if y'all have children, that's even worse, for him to be talking like that. And you're sitting there telling him you need help, and he's just like, well, this is what I got. Why are we dealing with this? Why are we so desperate for love or for company of a man that we're gonna sit up and deal with this? I don't get it. But like I said, it says more about the woman than it do the man, because we the ones who be dealing with this type of foolishness. We put up with it, we deal with it, and then we try to expose these men, but we only make ourselves look bad, because we the ones who dealing with it. And we don't have to. If these men are showing you that they don't like you, move on. There's plenty of other men in the world to just sit up and deal with a disrespectful man that don't think of you for nothing, that look at you beneath them, that treat you like garbage. Like, don't get me wrong, like I said, all men are not like this. I am not one of those women that think all men are dogs, all men are trash, I hate men. That is not the type of message that I want to push. I love men, okay? I love black men, okay? I would like to be married and in a relationship one day. So that's not the type of message I'm putting. I'm not a man basher, but I do have to call out when I see just blatant disrespect and ignorance on the male side, and also on the women's side. I'm gonna call it out on both sides. Either way, both of them, the women putting up with it, they're dumb, and the men doing it is dumb too. So they both in the wrong, if you ask me, because she don't have to deal with it. She could remove herself. So it's just as much her responsibility as it is his. And because she's allowing it, she's allowing this disrespect. You can only, people only can do what you allow them to do. So if she didn't allow it, he wouldn't be talking to her like that. He wouldn't be doing that. So that's just my 2 cents on it. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. This is crazy to me, because I'm just like, what in the world? Like, did she think that posting this would make her look good, or try to she trying to get women to just bash him and go in on him? Like, I don't understand. I don't know. So my whole thing is just like, girl, you better off by yourself than to be dealing with that. So let me know what you think in the comments. Y'all be blessed.